That's nice. I went fishing tonight, of course, in one of my favorite spots. And first of all, let me say good evening to all that would be listening. My name is Roy Brown, Jr., and I live in the wonderful city of Jacksonville, Florida. And I'm sorry for going off on a tangent about my escapades earlier this evening in a fishing spot. Of course, I've been fishing for over 55 years. It was my grandfather that had taken me to this spot just south of Jacksonville along the coast. And with the headwinds coming from the north, pushing these gale winds into the guana reserves, we would find an array of fish, which of course there were some fish, but not a lot of fish. This particular place on the northern shores of St. Augustine, Florida, is a place of vast history in America. And so I've met brothers from all over the planet there fishing in that mud hole for a couple of the world's great fish, fisheries, estuaries along the American eastern shores. It was my grandfather, Edward Brown, Edward Napoleon Brown, of the Tidewater area, of the South Carolina area, in the Gullah Geechee area of the Americas, in South Carolina there. He was born. A very interesting gentleman, if you will, with a distinct character of that of his grandmother, a Yamashaw Indian by the name of Blanche Campbell. What we find in America in the day of my grandfather teaching me to fish, I never realized how beautiful those things were for he and my father to take us in those limited times to fish along the beautiful shores of America, North Florida, if you will. And so living in Jacksonville, Florida, we lived in an area which is now called Mixon Town, Brooklyn, if you will, at the crossroads of where I-95 and I-10 sectors, a very unique and far-gone community that's morphing, if you will, into a metropolis of another order. But that of the day that my grandfather came from off the hill, if you will, in South Carolina, you find the Yamashaw Indians at St. James the Greater being in small population. And as my grandfather would say, Edward, he said that sitting on the porch one day, he tells me the Yamashaw history that he had known it, said that his people were run down in the Florida. You know, we call them Seminole Indians, and if you will, but that mixture of both European and Negro stock in these breeds of people that wanted to be, if you will, free of the expansionists of Europe. And in so doing, there was brought to bear a weapon that would make men free. And this is where I would like to start. This is Roy Brown, a.k.a. Big Boy, if you will, in the city of Jacksonville, Florida. We'll be right back.